Today I wanted to talk about just aligning energies. I had addressed this topic earlier, and there are a couple of videos on Hamsa's YouTube channel, and if y'all have not subscribed to it, I encourage you to do that, because the more every time I send out the weekly newsletter, a thumbs up, a comment, all that makes a difference. It helps the channel to stay alive. Subtle energy is quite different from the air you breathe. So in spite of the fact that the breath is taken in through the nose, the energy rises from the base of your spine. It is conceived as a coiled serpent, as waiting to express itself, waiting to rise along your spinal column. It is called the Kundalini, and that is your strength, that is your inner subtle power that we learn to harness. This is the reason that we do a lot of meditations that are connected with our chakras. Doing your pranayama exercises reverses the flow of prana. In the mornings, when the body is rested, the prana tends to be up. So you will always wake up with a feeling of enthusiasm in the morning. That is, if you've had a well-rested night and slept well, and it's been a good, feeling for you at night, not been tossing and turning. Sometime during the day, with the course of all our activities, our energies fall. So around 4 or 5 o'clock, it is time to rejuvenate. So people that are working from home, people that are at their computers all the time, they need to break away from their computers for 5-10 minutes, at least once or twice, to do the breath work, to do the Kapalbhati, to do the Bhastrika, to do the Ujjayi breathing, just to get 10 minutes, just to get it going. If not 10 minutes, do 2 rounds, 3, 6 minutes. You need that because that reverses the flow of energy. Besides having just prana flowing in your body, we are very much in tune with biological rhythms in our body. And the body has, just like you have things of sowing, planting and reaping, your body also goes through processes where you feel low, where you feel high. It is not just during the day, it will be through the year. And you'll see that at certain times in the year, you'll be able to do a lot more work, and at certain other times of the year, no matter how hard you work, nothing comes out right. Nothing works out right. Biological rhythms are in tune with astral rhythms. And you might say, okay, fine, I don't believe in astrology. How can planets affect you? But a ray of sunlight, you can feel the warmth, right? How far away is the sun? Miles away. So planets, in the same way, even though they are miles and miles away, they have an effect on your mood and your productivity. You will find that there are certain times of the year when your planets are not in conjunction, that no matter how much effort you put in, nothing comes out of it. You might do this week after week after week, but nobody is paying attention. Nothing is happening. It basically is your effort going to waste. It's like swimming upstream, and the current is totally against you. And this happens, right? Happens to all of us. we find that we're putting in so much effort. I'm looking for a job, and looking for 3 months, I've been looking for 6 months, it's not working out, it's not coming out. You're looking for that fantastic idea, you're looking for that wonderful breakthrough, you've got things working, you've got a business going, and you just want that break. But it's not, despite your energy, despite whatever you put in, nothing happens. But you see certain other people that with very little energy put into it, they'll sing one song, and that song will hit the top of the charts. And they will become instant successes. Don't you wonder sometimes, how does that happen? I mean, just one song, one book, one movie, one success, and they've just flown. It's like when you flow with the current, when you're doing something that's perfect for you, when the timing is right, when everything is flowing in the right direction, you just flow. It just flows. Just moves towards its destiny. It just unfolds without any effort, apparent effort on your part. And part of the reason why things don't work is that when things are going badly in your life, when things are not really working out, you are spending your time saying, oh my God, it's not working out, it doesn't matter how much I do, it never works, I'm a failure. And I'm guilty. I am guilty of that. When things don't go my way, I do say these things to myself. And I have to stop and literally wake up and say, what's wrong with you? How can you talk to yourself like that? This is just not the time. This is time to turn your energy to something else. Where there are so many different talents and energies and abilities that are stuck inside you, waiting to be expressed. It's not that you're just a computer coder, that you do coding morning to night. No. There's so many more talents. It's not that you're just a doctor. It's not that you're just a lawyer. You can do so many different things. So many different talents we have. And it's about when one door is closed, you search for the other door to open. You push open another door. And if that door opens into a field that is aligned with your talents, it's aligned with your abilities, it's aligned with your inner gifts, it just blooms, it just opens up. And you see more and more things happening in your life that you feel, oh my God, I wish I had done this before. But something has to propel you, you see. And if you continue to go in a direction that is not good for you, that is harmful, that will, it will cause disease in the long run, the universe tends to shut it down. You always look at hindsight when you look back on events or look back on your life. You'll always say, oh my God, this was the best thing that happened to me. If this had not happened to me, I would never have been able to recover my health. If this had not happened, my energies are now needed to take care of my grandparents or my parents. My energy is now needed to take care of my children. My energy is now needed to learn how to cook nourishing meals for myself. My energy is now needed to make beautiful pottery, not to sell to the world, but just to make me happy, just like I get so happy every time I look at the Maria that Maria Inez gifted to me. Makes me so happy. Made with so much love. Small things in life can have an inner flowering of that seed of happiness. We hanker after successes that are not in our destiny. We want things that are not within our grasp. And then we wonder, why? why life is so unfair, why everything is closing down on you. You have to be in tune with yourself. You have to be in tune with your energies. You have to be in tune with what the universe, what message is being given to you by the universe. We are born and then we die. That's literally the story of your life. I don't know if I was born earlier. I don't know if I will be born again. Perhaps. But I have this one chance. I have this one chance to do the best that I can. And in order to do that, I have to recognize the inner energy. As a writer, I'll tell you, they call it writer's block, right? When I wrote the present gift for the divine, I wrote it all in about a month and a half of continuous writing. And prior to that, I had these papers, lots of papers of interviews that I had done, and absolutely no idea how to weave it together. When the inspiration comes, when the energies are correct, the words just flow. The words just flow, and the same thing comes with fiction writing. When the energies are flowing for a story to be written, literally during meditation, I will see the story. And all that I have to do is to go to the computer and start typing what I see, writing what I see. But there are days that I sit there and I'll stare at the computer screen for hours, wondering what to begin, knowing that nothing is happening. I'm not seeing the images. And I've learned to recognize that and say, okay, it's not the time. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe I'll write 2 books. Maybe I'll write 3 books. I don't have to reach a certain number. I don't have to do a certain thing. When you get in tune with your energies, you do much better. You do much better. Do the things that are right for you. And what really helps with doing all this is the meditation. Why? Because all day you're bombarded, you're killing yourself. All day, every day with pressures to perform, to do well, to succeed in this, to make the best food, to do well in your job, to do all these things. So much of pressure to do well in this world. So much of attention we give to our bodies. You see everywhere, especially now with the lockdown, all these websites that are doing workouts from the house have 10 million, 20 million subscribers. Why? We know very well that we need to take care of our bodies. We understand the body really well. We fall sick, we go to the doctor. But we don't realize that it all begins with a healthy mind. Probably another 50 years, that awakening, that realization will happen. 25 years ago when I started yoga, people thought I was weird. You're not doing aerobics, you're not doing Pilates, you're doing yoga. People looked at me as if I was a weirdo. Today, every street corner, they're doing yoga. Everybody, has learned yoga and, learning it better than what we're doing. Now, meditation will be like this probably in another 50 years. It is the only time you can rest your mind. You can rest your mind in where you are absolutely silent and you actually observe your thoughts rising. Even though I do a guided meditation, all of you are getting thoughts. Thoughts about the next thing that you have to do, how will I deal with tomorrow, what's going to happen to me in my life, is my husband going to behave properly, is my partner going to be like this, what are my children doing just now. Thoughts keep coming, thoughts that plague you during the day keep coming. And it's unless you pay attention to them and become aware of them, that awareness, that connection with knowing, with consciousness, with awareness, with Brahman, with God, doesn't come. Right? You align yourself with the divine. See, earlier what they would say is that you sing devotional songs, you go to the church, your energies will become better. And they do for the most part. Why? Why? Because everybody in that surrounding is very upbeat and positive, and there's a good feeling when there's satsang. That's the whole purpose of satsang, to get that feeling, that upbeat feeling together, that togetherness. What we're doing right now is also a satsang. We are together, we're sharing positive, common energy. So they said, if you sing songs in devotion to the God, everything is going to work out well. But what does that do? What does that singing, what does that chanting, what does that praying do? All it does is it switches the mood and aligns your body, the energies within. Switches everything from negative to positive. Gives you a feeling of belief and of hope and of faith that whatever's happening in my life, it's going to become fine. Everything is just perfect. God is taking care of me. I've left it at the feet of God. I've left it at the feet of my Guru. Whatever it is. Now I am telling you that you are in charge. And that God, that consciousness is the same thing. We're talking about the same thing, whether you talk about a God or you talk about consciousness. Awareness. It is the same beautiful power that observes everything, that controls everything. And the more you are in touch, the more you will recognize your energy and understand how to change your energy. Nothing like breathing, meditation, and a nutritious meal. A good, healthy, plant-based, nutritious meal. To make you feel alive, to make you feel alert. And nothing is happening. Don't think that everything in the world is against you. Nothing is happening. There is no God sitting out there spoiling things for you. No. If things are not supposed to work in one direction, the doors will close. You just have to recognize it and go in another direction. And if that closes, there's another direction available. We've got 360 degrees around us. We can go in any way we want. I got to do it happily. Happily. Nice smile on your face. With gratitude for being able to understand this. With faith that everything is working in your life just for you. Just for you. And with absolute fortitude, strength inside, that courage inside, that you can do anything. Nothing that comes in your way is too much. Everything will be surpassed. And then you just live your life effortlessly, moment to moment to moment. Om Namah Shivaya.